You know, I never had the clown fear, and I didn't realize it was a real common thing. I was actually first introduced to the idea through Rugrats because Chucky was afraid of clowns. I thought it was just because he was afraid of everything, but no, it was widespread. But that being said, I did watch it once, a very long time ago. I don't remember being too scared by it. I don't think a lot of it registered with me. I definitely didn't remember a lot of it. And then I saw the Nostalgia Critics review, and I thought the movie looked so funny, especially with Tim Curry, especially with the melodramatic music and some of the performances. Now, I actually haven't read any Stephen King books. I've read one short story, and I really like his prose. I've seen a couple of his movies, not too many. I've seen Carrie, which I like because Vengeance, and I've seen It, which is good, goofy fun. Something about the bright colors and the performances feels like an older version, not an older version, a newer version of the classic monster movies, where Boris Karloff as Frankenstein's monster and Bela Lugosi as Dracula were so frightening. They had really groundbreaking makeup and effects for the time period. A lot of people were terrified by it, but nowadays it's seen as a little cheesier. It's kind of the same thing with It, in my opinion. Apparently there's a very odd scene in the book. Now, I've never read the book, but word on the internet is that there's a scene that's to somehow defeat them. The girl, they have to have an orgy. I think that's what it is. Made no sense to me. I don't know if that's true or not. I also heard that Stephen King was coked up when he wrote it. Again, no idea. This is just from reading a lot and spending way too much of my life on the internet. If that's the case, what the hell? What? Aren't they supposed to be 12? What? Why? Just, good God, why? Well, drugs, but okay. I don't... Focusing on the goofiness of the movie. Honestly, the stuff I remember the most is the stuff with Tim Curry as Pennywise. Actually, the transitions in the movie are pretty awkward. But all I can think of is if he lives in the sewer, he probably lives near the Ninja Turtles. Or maybe he's in the slums of the sewer. Gets shit on a lot. Maybe that's why he's angry. Maybe being surrounded by all those organisms and bacteria made him crazy. It's possible. It's my personal theory. But it's something that feels like it's really part of pop culture right now, and especially because there was a clown hoax. Or there were clowns in the news around this time 2 years ago, maybe? Last year sometime. Which is odd. Kind of funny. Yeah, it's weird. I feel like I could see it being... Why was that never on an episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog? Seriously? I feel like Stephen King's books would have made great fodder for that. You know what? One of these days I gotta rewatch Courage. Now, my memory of it is so scattered. I've seen the reviews. I've seen some clips. The goofiness, I like seeing, to some extent, especially in horror movies, I like seeing the mistakes. I like seeing some of the cheesy effects. And I like seeing a little bit of the technicals behind how it works. For me, that's part of the fun. For me, that's part of the campiness. And I don't know how intentional it was, but the movie has a really campy feel to it. I enjoy it for that reason. And I don't know. I think people, whether you're scared by it or you find it really funny, it's a good one to watch for Halloween. And no, actually, I have not seen the remake. I have no clue if it's better or if it's worse than the original or what people say about it. But I'd be curious to check that one out at some point. I make no promises on that. Like I said, very busy schedule. Gonna be crazy. Do what I can.